much for tuning in yet into another video. Welcome to Lynn's Glam. I'm Linda Wayego, and today let's just get right into it. In today's video we're doing skin. We're talking about the skin. So it's basically how to determine your skin type. I know this is actually the foundation of everything makeup, everything you need to know before you even start doing your own makeup. You should know your skin type, like what type of skin type you have, in order to know which products are good for your skin and which products you shouldn't even try. So let's get right into it. So there are basically 4 types of skin types. The first skin type I want to talk about. No, let's first of all say how you determine this skin type. The first skin type I want us to discuss is dry skin. So how do you know your skin is dry? Is dry or oily or combination? First of all, just take after you've left work or after a long day, come home, take a shower, cleanse your face, and then sleep without moisturizing. Just go to bed without moisturizing your face. Then just after the couple of hours while you're sleeping, in the morning, wake up in the morning, before you do anything, before cleansing, just take a piece of tissue, a large piece of tissue like this one, that can cover like every part of your face. You can you can just use a serviette, and then using this serviette, you place it on your face like this, and then you press it. I'm not going to press it because I don't want to remove my makeup, but you press it onto your skin. If it sticks to your skin, or if it falls off, or if some parts of the tissue sticks on your skin, that determines different types of skin types. So for dry skin, when you wake up and then you put the tissue on your face, it falls off. It doesn't stick to your skin, and also the tissue remains clean. That means that your skin is dry because there's no oil on the tissue. It remains as dry as it is. Another thing about dry skin, let's say you use hot water. If you usually use hot water to wash your face, you will usually feel like your face is cracking up and it's very tight. You can't even do such things. You can't even yawn. That's how you know you have dry skin. And sometimes it tends to be flaky, like you feel like it's scaling up. There's some dead skin cells on top of the skin, something like that. So that is dry skin basically. Dry skin means it has no oil. There's no oil in the skin. So how do you take care of this dry skin? For dry skin, the first thing is actually to moisturize. You moisturize and moisturize and moisturize and moisturize. There's no single day or no single time should you skip moisturizing, because the skin is already lacking the oil. So you need to like moisturize it well so that it can have better texture. You don't want your skin to crack up, so that's why you're moisturizing. Another tip is as basic as just drink enough water. Drink a lot of water. If you have dry skin, you tend to have like your skin is not moisturized. There's that moisture that is within your skin, so you lack that. So you want to put in the moisture, so you drink a lot of water. It's as simple as just drinking a lot of water for people who have dry skin. And also avoid products with alcohol. If you see a product has alcohol, do not use a product with alcohol, or just check the percentage of alcohol on each and every product that you purchase, especially for your skincare, even for your foundations, for everything, because alcohol tends to suck up all the moisture in on your skin, so it leaves it it makes it dry kabisa, so you don't want it to dry and crack up. Yeah, I think that's all for dry skin. If you have some other tips on how to take care of dry skin, you can comment down below. And another skin type we're going to discuss is after dry. We'll just go to the direct one. The opposite one is oily skin. I personally have oily skin, so one thing you'll notice about oily skin, it's somehow an advantage. And I forgot to mention one thing about dry skin. On dry skin, you don't see pores. Someone with dry skin, they have really tiny pores, you don't see them, which is a really good thing because their face normally looks so smooth, and so like it doesn't have large pores. That's an advantage. But for oily skin, if you have oily skin, it means your pores are larger than usual. They are very visible. Your face produces a lot of oil. So when you do the tissue test, the tissue will first of all stick on your face, and there'll be oil on your tissue. That means not just on one part, but all over the tissue. That means you have an oily face. So for oily faces, we've said they have large pores, they have excessive production of sebum. If we all know what sebum is, it's that oil that's produced naturally by the skin. And also they tend to be prone to acne, and they have blemishes because your skin is producing a lot of oil, so it leads to acne. So how do you take care of this oily skin? Oily skin, first of all, it's advantageous in that you look younger. Your skin doesn't look wrinkled at any point in your life because it's always moisturized. It moisturizes itself naturally. That is one good thing about it. But how do you also take care of this? So many people with oily skin tend to not moisturize. Unasema ami sipakangi mafuta, skin yangu inatoa mafuta yake peke yake, my face is so oily, I don't think I should add oil to it. That is so wrong. Because when you don't moisturize, your skin tends to overcompensate. So kama hujapaka mafuta, itatoa more oil than as opposed to when you apply the moisturizer. So it tends to produce more oil to compensate for what you did not apply. But if you apply the oil, it prevents it from producing more oil because there's already an additional oil. So they're actually good moisturizers for people with oily skin. They are moisturizers for every skin type. So people with oily skin, you want to get something mattifying, something that does not crack up your face. It's soft, but it's really matte. It doesn't show any shine. So that is one thing. Even for makeup, there's makeup for people with oily skin. There's foundation for people with oily skin. That's what I mean. So for oily skin, first thing, moisturize. You can exfoliate a couple of times a week, like at a maximum of 3 times a week will be okay, because one thing, your skin is very oily, so you want to get rid of the excess oil. So one thing, exfoliate using an exfoliator that tends to reduce the oil or tends to unclog the pores so that you don't get pimples or breakouts. And yeah, I think that's basically it. And also drink water. I know you're already moisturized and all that, but water helps to just give the skin a natural glow. Just drink a lot of water. I think that's all for oily skin types. And then we go to combination skin. Combination skin is actually like you have 2 skin types on one face. What I mean is, if you take on your tissue test, still, when you've tested, utaona, when you place it on your face, this part or the middle part has maybe a lot of oil, and the rest of the face is actually dry, or it's actually dry or just normal. So for the T-zone, it's actually called the T-zone. The T-zone for combination skin, people who tend to have it's actually people who tend to have oily to dry. It's actually normal to dry, normal to oily. So you're oily on this part and maybe normal on this side, or dry on this side. So if you're oily here, your T-zone tends to produce a lot of oil. So how do you take care of this skin is, one, you use products for oily skin on the T-zone, and for the other sides you use products for the normal skin. If it's dry, you just use the dry skin procedures. If it's normal, use the normal skin procedures. For instance, let's say you are oily here, you want to use a mattifying moisturizer here, and maybe something that's a little bit dewy on these other sides, because maybe you're dry on these sides or you're normal on these sides. So you use that here, and the other procedure for normal skin or for dry skin, or for normal skin or dry skin, you use it on the other side. That is basically it. that is how you take care of it. If when it comes to makeup, use if for example it's a primer, use a matte primer here and a dewy primer on the other sides. You treat it as two different skin types. It's kind of complicated, but it's as easy as just selecting the two skin types that you have and putting them together. So the next skin type, we've talked about dry, combination and oily. So the fourth one, we're going to normal skin. Actually, normal skin is just normal skin. Like what is there to know about normal skin? People who don't have their skin is so clear, they don't have any type of blemishes. They're just God's favorites. Like they don't have any blemishes, skin issues. They don't have. The skin is soft, no pores, no large pores, no oil produced, not dry. It's just okay. It's just doing its best. That is normal skin. Like mtu hana hata pimple, mtu hana anything. So it's like you have a very good skincare routine, but in real sense, most of people who have normal skin don't usually have like that perfect. They don't have like any skincare routine, but their skin is just so good, so normal, so shining, so vibrant, and then their skin is always so radiant. Unaona tu, the face is glowing, the face, that is normal skin. You don't have any issues with your skin. That is normal skin. So how do you take care of normal skin? Normal skin is actually very advantageous because you can choose any type of product you want to use, being that one, it's less sensitive, and also it's easy. You can use a matte foundation, a dewy foundation, any type of foundation, and it works for you. For moisturizers, you can use anything, any type of moisturizer, and it works perfectly for you. So for people with normal skin, I just like to say they are God's favorite people because their skin type is just 100. Yes, so the next, it's actually not a skin type, it's a skin reaction. It's called sensitive skin. So you can be oily and have sensitive skin. You can have dry skin and have sensitive, and it's still sensitive. You can have combination skin and it's still sensitive. What this means is, it's just like you just want to determine which products go for your skin type. So do research, know that I have oily skin and what do I need to use on my skin. Once you've known, you figure that out, just purchase products that go with your skin type so that you don't react to them. So sensitive skin is actually not a skin type, it's just a skin reaction. I don't think there are foundations for people with sensitive skin, for people, but I know there are moisturizers, cleansers, and all those things for people with sensitive skin. I don't want to tell you the specific cleansers you can get because when you have sensitive skin, your skin is very choosy when it comes to products. You cannot just use anything. There's maybe a specific ingredient in a product that doesn't go well with your skin, so it's up to you to find out which ingredient that reacts with your skin. Yeah, that's basically it. And am I forgetting anything? No. What I would advise, do research about, after finding out, now that you know that I have oily skin, I have dry skin, I have combination skin, find products that work for you. For people with oily skin, there are so many foundations for people with oily skin, but you tend to find after you've just applied makeup, it gets so oily after some few minutes, few hours, it gets very oily. That is also one way you can also know that you're oily. So thank you so much guys for tuning in to this video. I'm hoping to see you in the next video, as we also be doing some skincare videos also, and I'm glad that you were able to join us today. See you in the next video. Remember to subscribe, like and comment down below, and also share this video. Thank you. Bye.